What is up, Unison Gamers? This is Michael, Sean, and David from Unison Games, and we are coming at you with a little introductory video about a new video format that we're going to be doing. So we are doing booster box battles. As you can see, we got a bunch of booster boxes.
We do. What is a booster box battle? This is new to me as well, guys.
Yeah, this is a brand new idea. So basically what we're doing is David's going to open a booster box, I'm going to open a booster box, and we're going to compete to see who gets the best pulls from their booster box.
Now, how are you quantifying it? Like, how do you determine who's a better one?
Right, so basically each rarity from whatever game it is, different games do different rarities, but in this case we're doing Flesh and Blood. So you have rares, you got super rares, majestics, legendary, and fable, and each one of those has their own point value associated with it. And then, of course, if you get in foil, it goes up.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean,
the shinier, the better.
Right. A foil rare is 1.75% chance, but foil majestic's pretty hard to get.
Yeah, that's really, really low.
Cool.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're going to open Flesh and Blood. We're going to open these two booster boxes, actually. This is from the second set, Arcane Rising.
This one's mine right here.
We got rare, we got super rare, majestic, legendary, and fable. And obviously there's common, but you don't really get anything for common because that would be too many points, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
keep it manageable.
Every pack has one rare in it, so we'll just do 1 point right off the bat for rare.
Sure.
That way everybody feels included, you get points.
Yeah, there you go.
And basically
participation award, right?
That's the participation, exactly. Right. We're all going to be on the board, which is good. So so if you get a foil, though, it goes up, it triples. So
okay, 3 points?
Yeah, 3 points, exactly. Super rares, they're 5 points, but if it's foil, you get 15 points.
Ooh.
It's kind of
those are hard to get. I think you have less than maybe just over a % chance.
Yeah, I think what it was 1.2.
1.2?
Like yeah.
Okay.
So, and then for Majestic, it's 10, and foil is 30.
Yep. For those of you guys don't know, for Flesh and Blood, you're not guaranteed anything, but % chance. Usually probably get 2 Majestics in a box of Arcane Rising here.
Yep.
And I want to say 4 super rares.
Yeah.
So, and then the next ones you're going to talk about is Legendary,
right?
Yeah.
Legendary, that's big stuff. You get 20 points for Legendary. They're all foil, so it's just straight up 20 points.
Okay, and there's 1 in 4 boxes is generally when you're getting a Legendary. So
and
pretty rare.
I mean, we ordered a case. Unison Games ordered a case. So, I mean, it stands to reason that at least one of these boxes should have a Legendary in it. Ideally, right? Yeah. Hopefully it's in mine. But, And then
but if I get a foil Majestic, based on
better.
your percentages, that's I mean, that's hard to do too. That's less than a % chance of getting a foil Majestic.
Yeah, you're more likely to get a Legendary, even though it's a higher rarity, than you are to get a Majestic foil. Because now not only are you playing a Majestic, but then you're also the foil shenanigans goes on. So
nice.
So it's not the be all and end all, but what is the be all and end all is Fabled. Which what's the percentage on Fable? It's really small.
I think a Fabled is 1 out of 960 or over 1,000 packs.
It's a lot. It's several cases of product. Yeah. So it's pretty unlikely. So if you get one of those, you probably guaranteed a win. But I mean, who knows? Maybe the rest of your box was really bad, and I get 2 foil Majestics.
So I mean, if I pull that Fable, you can just kind of flip the table and we're done.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
So, like I said, we're going to be opening these purple boxes here of Arcane Rising, the second set of Flesh and Blood. David, you're kind of the Flesh and Blood expert here, so why don't you tell us a little bit about Arcane Rising?
So, as Michael Sean just said, Flesh and Blood right here. This is the second set, Arcane Rising. The second set introduced us to 4 new classes. That is Azalea the Ranger, Dash the Mechanologist, Kano the Wizard, and Viserai the Runeblade, who's my personal favorite. Just dark and kind of
cool.
Yeah, kind of cool looking. A lot of purple, just like this.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 classes. A lot of different play styles. The biggest thing I would say with Arcane Rising is in the name, is that it introduced us to arcane damage, which is a way to just do direct damage right to your opponent's face. Yeah. So pretty cool.
Pretty sweet. Yeah. Kind of undercuts the idea of the game, because it's supposed to be a turn-based game, and arcane damage is kind of laughing at it. It's just well, you have nothing to do.
Right. Oh, you have a defense reaction?
Too bad.
I'm not even going into the combat change.
Exactly.
Take 4 or whatever it might be.
So it's really powerful. I mean, it's so powerful that Kano has 5 less health just because he does arcane damage all the time.
Right. Yeah, this set introduced us to the first hero that has a different health total. So The adult version of Kano is 30 hit points, and the
Yeah.
young version is 15, I believe.
Right.
So
And the normal's 40 for your adults, right?
Right.
So clearly they think that that's a powerful mechanic. So we'll probably see a lot of the higher rarity cards, I would assume, have to do with arcane damage. Probably.
Maybe. I mean, there's
So-
definitely. I think you pulled like a super rare, one of his specializations.
Yeah.
And it was pretty strong.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty hardcore.
we'll see. I mean, there's going to be. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and make sure you hit those notifications because there's going to be a lot of content coming.
Yeah.
But some gameplay videos, maybe you'll be able to see that kind of in action and
Yeah.
how a normal player from either set 1 or even set 2 reacts to some of that arcane damage.
Right.
So
100%. Yeah. So basically, there's 2 ways that we can kind of do these videos.
Sure.
We both have to open a full booster box. So
I am
obviously
willing
the-
to do this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm excited. I'm really pumped. I actually haven't cracked any of this set. Besides, we did like a little, like kind of like sealed type
Yeah.
event with
Yep.
it.
Yep.
But like, I haven't actually sat down with a box and cracked
that's
it.
exciting.
So I'm pretty pumped myself. I know you did some stuff.
Yep.
If you haven't seen those videos, make sure you check them. We'll make sure we link them in the description.
Oh, yeah.
But David cracked a couple of these boxes already, and they're already up on the channel. So that's definitely gonna happen. But we gotta crack 2 boxes. So the easiest way to do that is just doing it together. Just
Sure.
sit across the table, cracking these 2 boxes. But one of the cool things about this format is that we don't necessarily have to do it together. We could also do separate videos, and there could be like a part 1, David cracks his box. Part 2, I crack my box. So
We'll keep like
your eye
a
open.
running tally of like our points
Yep.
or what have you. And
Absolutely.
I'll set the bar and see if you can match it or vice
Yeah, or
versa.
vice versa, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, first
So-
one maybe we'll do just like a pack for pack. You know, like here's my
Right.
pack.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Here's yours.
Exactly.
That's exciting.
So that's going to be really cool. And of course, the sweet thing about this too is it's not just Flesh and Blood. It's really any game. So if you guys have a favorite game, favorite set maybe that's coming out, that you're super pumped for. I know like Pokemon people, there's a new set coming out
Darkness
next
Ablaze.
week. Like that could be something else we do as well. So we want your feedback on this kind of thing. We want to know what you guys think, which way you guys prefer. Like if there's certain ones that you want to do, you could even just be like, hey, can you do a box battle of like, I don't know, set 1 of Flesh and Blood? Or
Yeah,
can you do
sure.
a box battle of like M21 of Magic or whatever it is, you know? So
Right, and that might be great things that we can kind of give some of our more dedicated viewers and supporters
yeah,
through Patreon. You know, kind of doing a request like that.
Right.
I'd love to see you guys crack open Cosmic Eclipse
Right.
or something like that. You
and
know,
we could like struggle to try to get our hands on some of those old
Yeah.
boxes.
But hey, you know, like that
Yeah.
that's kind of the power that you guys get when you know, help us and support us through a thing like Patreon is that
Right.
we'll jump through the hoops to give you the content that you guys want.
Right.
So very cool.
Absolutely. And of course, the biggest thing that you can help us with this, if you like this style of video, the biggest metric is like, are you watching it? Are you sharing it with your friends? Like, how many likes does the video have? So, like, right now, if you're watching this and this sounds like something really cool, go ahead and like this video. And of course, subscribe, maybe share it with a friend if that's something that you guys can get hyped about together. Or maybe this is a cool thing that you guys can do on your own, like with your
Yeah.
friends, you know, and we could supply those boxes for you. We're moving tons of boxes, so
Oh, absolutely.
definitely let us know. You know, this is just kind of like an example that we're doing on screen, but you guys could totally do this at home too.
Yeah, and if you happen to do something like that, whether you get a box from us here, you know, there should be some information for our online store coming up very shortly. But you know, let us know how it went in the description. You know,
Yeah.
like use our point totals. You know, they're not copyright or anything like that, but
Right.
you know, 100 points to 75 points, who won and what pushed you over the top. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely, absolutely. And of course, like right now, even we haven't even started opening yet. We're gonna do that in the next video. But right now, let us know which cards you're hyped for from this set. Like right away, just be like, dude, if you pull that card, like that you win in my mind. Like doesn't
Oh,
matter what your
man.
points are. So
Yeah.
like David, what are you looking for here?
I mean, I would love the Eye, which is the Fabled card. We'll
Yeah.
try to throw an image of that on screen here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I already led this video with Runeblade kind of being my dude. You
Yeah.
guys know who my Growl is in the first one.
Of course.
There she is.
Yeah,
Dorinthia.
we had a popper in here.
She got in there. She wasn't in there in the beginning.
That's
But,
right.
I would love to get the legendary. He's got legendary gauntlets
Okay.
that really help out his turns.
Okay.
So the Runeblade really wants to play a non-attack action and an attack action in the same turn, and the gloves really help that. So
Right.
I think that's a huge card. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
excited
think,
for
I mean,
that.
like, I have Kano's specialization card.
Right.
So I would love, like, another copy of that for, like, Blitz or whatever. To
That's
have
true.
A nice play set.
Yep.
And, I mean, if I could get it in foil, that'd be even better. So I think it's not foil. So, like, pulling a foil, one of those, so I got one foil, one not.
That's huge.
That kind of completes my play set for Blitz. So I would
Yeah.
I would be down for that. I mean, I know it's not legendary or anything.
And something like that Michael Sean kind of just mentioned, and we'll get to in an upcoming video. Again, make sure you hit that bell so you can get those videos. But a format, they just released a new format called Blitz, which takes your 60 card deck and brings it down to a 40 card deck.
Yeah.
And instead of 3 copies of a unique card, it's 2 copies of a unique card.
Right.
So they're meant to, like Blitz, go fast.
Right.
And that's its preferred method, I think, for like some of the organized play that we're going to be doing here at
Yeah.
Unison Games.
Right.
And that's just a quick and dirty way to just
Yeah.
grab your weapon and start swinging.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you could crack one box and, like, you probably have a lot of play sets, just one box.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
If you only need 2 of each.
Yeah, and I mean,
Blitz, so.
the benefit too is that for those of you playing constructed or just wants a full play set, we're going to have that stuff up on our online store for purposes of singles.
Yeah.
But at least to get up and going, cracking a box and
Yeah.
and building a deck is very easy to do with Flesh and Blood, which I love.
Yeah.
Coming from a Magic background,
Where it's
there's no
super hard to
guarantees.
get it's really hard to get play sets in
Yeah.
Magic because just the sets are like 300 cards.
Yeah.
So it's really, really tough. But in this game, yeah, you get your commons and a lot of your rares like just out of one box.
Yeah, and the power level's there too.
Yeah.
With the commons, like most decks that I see running, you might have a legendary or a higher rarity equipment piece,
Right.
but most of the deck is just commons. Some
Yeah.
of the best cards are generic commons. My favorite card, being a generic card, was Lead the Charge.
Sure.
I mean, that just does everything that I'm trying to do with a Rune Blade. It gives me Go Again on a lot of my cards
Yeah.
that don't have Go Again.
Right.
So, and that's a common. And
Yeah.
I mean, I run, I think, 7 of them in my deck right now, so...
Sounds good.
It's a powerful card that everyone can use.
Right.
And that's what I dig,
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. And so I'm super excited to get into this. I'm really excited.
I
to,
dig
like,
it.
crack
I've never
this
heard
box.
anything like this. I think this is exciting.
Yeah, I've never seen anything on Facebook. Like I've seen some like between YouTube channels. Sometimes they'll do like battles where they like play each other with decks.
Sure.
But I've never heard somebody be like, "Oh, we're gonna like do a battle, but it's about opening, not
Yeah.
playing." You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So,
I feel like that's the most exciting part.
yeah,
About,
a lot of times.
like the amount of people that come down to our events and stuff, and
Yeah.
they pay to get into the event, but they just want to open up a couple packs. They buy a couple
wanna have
packs,
fun, right.
see what they get. It's all a coin flip.
Yeah.
But now we're putting a little bit of game into opening the product.
Right.
So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you like content like that, we're going to bring a lot of that content, whether it's sealed,
100%,
like we
yeah.
did just personally.
Right.
Another thing that I don't think I've ever really seen is like a booster draft.
Right.
We'll set up a few cameras, but I'd love to be able
Yeah.
to get, 2 of our other buddies that we've been kind of quarantining with
Right.
to come here, crack some boosters, hold up the card that we're picking.
Yeah.
And kind of
Yeah,
go
sounds
through
awesome.
that, because there's a lot of strategy with that. Like, why are you picking that card? Are you just focusing on Ranger?
Right.
Or are you looking for the generics? And then maybe some of the mentality behind that.
Right.
And I think that strategy is another thing we want to do here at the channel.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, I don't want to hold this up anymore. Basically, there's going to be another video coming very, very soon.
Yep.
Where you can watch, and you can actually watch our first booster battle with Flesh and Blood Arcane Rising. So, like we said a couple times already, make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, so that as soon as that video drops, you guys will be able to watch it. And like I said in the comment section, let us know what cards you're most excited to see us pull, and maybe even give your prediction as to which one of us is going to win. Okay, so go ahead and
Go
ahead
team
and
right
do
side.
that. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll see you very soon in that next video. Keep your eyes peeled for our booster box battle of Arcane Rising.